Hi, I'm Tim Conrad here with the Cariboo Regional District. I'm the Public Information Officer, and I'm here with Jesse O'Donaghey with the British Columbia RCMP with an update and a few points on their deployment here.
Good afternoon. I am Corporal Jesse O'Donaghey, a Communications Officer with the BC RCMP, currently deployed here in Williams Lake from the Kelowna Regional Detachment, and I'd like to just go over a few points with you here today. First, I'd like to emphasize the RCMP's continued deployment and support of emergency operations to assist with wildfire suppression efforts while we maintain our core policing roles here in Williams Lake and throughout the Cariboo Regional District. We continue to mobilize officers from all over the province of British Columbia, alongside our colleagues from Alberta, Manitoba, and Saskatchewan to assist with these wildfire efforts. The number of police officers deployed to the BC wildfires changes regularly. As police officers demobilize and return to their home detachments, and new officers arrive to relieve those of their duties. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank our municipal policing partners from the integrated teams, provincial agencies, and of course the Canadian Armed Forces. The RCMP is here to protect residents both directly and indirectly affected by the fire situation. It is very important to remember that our primary responsibility is to keep the public safe and of course to uphold the law. Our responsibilities include providing regular policing duties, assisting with the safe and orderly evacuation of residents if and when that need arises, conducting patrols of evacuated neighborhoods, managing traffic congestion, ensuring the safety of the surrounding roadways and highways, and of course providing timely emergency response. As a reminder to the public, evacuation orders do remain in place for portions of the Cariboo Regional District. We've heard of several people who appear frustrated at our police officers after being turned away at various checkpoints. We can certainly appreciate that residents are very anxious to return to their homes, but please understand that public safety is our #1 priority. Please remember that evacuation orders and alerts are put in place with your safety in mind. We ask that you respect these by staying out of the evacuated areas until you're properly notified that it is safe to return to your homes and re-enter those evacuation zones. I'd also like to remind the residents of Williams Lake who have been allowed to come back to their community that an evacuation alert remains in place. The weather and fire conditions are regularly changing, which could result in the reinstatement of another evacuation order. So please plan accordingly. And continue to monitor the Cariboo Regional District website, their Facebook page, and of course their Twitter account for any timely updates on both evacuation orders and alerts. We would encourage all residents to keep themselves informed, plan to listen to the now regularly scheduled conferences, plan to attend any upcoming town hall meetings, and of course continue to watch these online video updates. Alternatively, you can phone 1-866-759-4977 to inquire about the status of your residential neighborhood. The police and other emergency response personnel, including many amazing volunteers, are all working together to ensure everyone's safety. And should there be a need to re-evacuate any of the areas. We continue to have concerns that should you choose not to evacuate during an evacuation order, that residents must be aware that emergency personnel may not have the ability, due to fire activity at that time, to provide a timely response to any emergency situations that may arise. We have also heard reports of fire suppression equipment being taken, tampered with or moved, and in some cases individuals impeding essential fire suppression efforts on the front lines, work being conducted by the BC Wildfire Service. As you can imagine, with the seriousness of our current wildfire situation, significant efforts are underway in suppressing these fires, which includes a huge number of resources and equipment being deployed right here. We are urging the public to please leave these important pieces of equipment alone and refrain from interrupting the essential firefighting efforts that are underway. Doing so not only places that individual, the general public at risk, but also any emergency personnel working in that area. If you see any suspicious activities, Please gather any information with respect to that and contact your local police. Lastly, I would like to address general traffic concerns that have been raised with the RCMP. The police are not only managing traffic congestion as part of our regular policing duties, but also as communities are in the process of being evacuated or when residents are finally returning home. Road safety is a top priority for the police, and I'd like to remind the motoring public to continue practice safe driving behaviors. Please abide by the posted speed limits and yield to any emergency vehicles with their emergency lights and sirens activated. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Corporal O'Donaghey. Join us again for any other updates that we will have, including our daily updates from BC Wildfire Service here on Facebook as well as YouTube.